Hi guys, my name is Ife and I'm going to be your writing TA this semester. I want to apologize for not being able to make it into your class in person. Just scheduling just didn't work out. So Ely asked if I can make a video so that you guys could actually see who would be revising your work this semester. If Ely hasn't told you, I am her cousin and this is my third semester as her writing TA. I was her writing TA for her third year ETP students last year as well. A little bit of background about myself. I am a native English speaker. English is my first language, and I grew up in the US in San Diego, California. I graduated from the University of California, Santa Barbara in 2008 with a bachelor's in history and a bachelor's in Chinese. I lived in the Bay Area, San Francisco, after my graduation, and then in August of 2009 I moved to Taiwan, and I've lived here since. This is actually my third year living here in Taiwan. I studied at National Taiwan University on exchange for 1 year in the fall of 2006. So I loved Taiwan so much that I came back after my graduation. I actually currently work here as a translator. I translate from Chinese to English. So Ely wanted me to tell you guys some of my TA rules. So my biggest rule is also one of Ely's rules too, which is that I do not accept late assignments. For example, your first assignment is going to be due on March 19th. It's your speech outline. It's due March 19th at 11:59 p.m. into my email box, meaning that if the timestamp reads midnight, you're technically late. I don't accept late assignments at all, unless it's been cleared with Ely. If something happened and you talk to Ely about it and Ely says, okay, I know it's late, but please look at it, then I will look at it. If not, I won't look at it unless I have time. Because I'm her TA for all of her third year students, if after I've graded everything else from all of her classes, I might look at yours. But if I do look at it, Ely will be notified this student was late. So your best bet is to send me things early. The earlier I get them, the faster you'll get a response from me. I grade everything on a first come first served basis, meaning that just because you're her first third year class of the week, the Thursday morning class, doesn't mean that you get priority over her Friday afternoon class. So as I grade things as they come to me. So the earlier the better, always. This is my email address. It's taifeh, E-I-F-E-H @gmail.com. So all of your assignments need to be sent to this email address. If you have any questions, those can also be sent to my email address as well. All of your emails need to be labeled this way. It needs to be your class, your name, your assignment, and then the version number. So for example, your very first draft of your speech outline should be labeled like this. It should say Thursday 8 to 11, your name, please don't put my name because I'm not a student, the assignment, which is the speech outline, and then this will be version 1. After I've revised it and sent it back to you and it needs to be looked at again, it'll be version 2. Make a note that this needs to be the email subject line as well as the document name. So when you go save your document, your speech outlines, this needs to be the title. You can just copy and paste it. So the email subject line and your document title should be exactly the same. I do this because I'm her TA for all of her third year students, and this way upon receiving an email I know exactly who it's from, what class you're in, and what the assignment is. If it's not labeled correctly, I will send it back to you with something like, what is this, what's your name, or what class you're in. So save yourself the trouble, because I mean, if this happens and I send it back to you and you don't see it in time, I'm not going to grade it until you correctly label it. So just keep that in mind. Also, another thing is the way I grade things is, not grades, revise things is I like to cross things out that you've written that either are incorrect, don't make sense, or if I think there's a better way to say it, I just cross it out, I put a strike through it, and then I write my suggestion on the side in red. There's a thing that a lot of people use called track changes. I don't like that because I feel like it's harder to see the differences between what you've written and what the person has revised. This way it's right next to each other. This also guarantees that you have to go through your entire document and change everything, change the colors, take the strikes out. Track changes has this option that says just accept all changes. I think this is an easier way to see the differences as well as a better learning tool. If you have any questions about things, why did I change this? I don't understand why this is better. How is this different? Feel free to email me and I'll do my best to give you some kind of answer. I mean, sometimes there isn't always a good answer. There isn't always a rule for everything. Sometimes it's just as simple as that's the way it is, or it sounds better this way. I'm learning Chinese, so I understand what it feels like to be learning a foreign language, and I know it's extremely difficult. And I know that when you get an assignment back and there's like a lot of corrections on it, it can be really scary or frustrating or discouraging. Try not to feel that way. It's just suggestions. It's just a way to learn. It's just trying to help you. So feel free to ask me questions about why I've changed things if you aren't sure. I always am glad to get emails about that because it makes me feel like, you're really trying to understand the differences. So yeah. Other things, everything needs to be in 12-point font in either like Arial or Times New Roman. Don't use crazy fonts. Don't use really large font. Don't use really small font. 12-point font all the time in either something like Arial or Times New Roman. Also, the margins, like the parts around your paper, should always be 1 inch, which is the equivalent of 2.54 centimeters. It should be like that on all 4 sides. I like to do this because if your assignment is limited to 1 page or something, it ensures that everybody is writing the same amount. That this way, if your margins are the same and your font's the same, no one can, try and squeeze extra space, onto the paper. It should also be double spaced. If you aren't sure what double spacing is, how to do it, or how to fix the margins, ask somebody, because I'm sure somebody knows how to do it. So be sure that you do that for me, or else, again, just kind of like if you mislabel an email or something, I will send it back to you and ask you to correct it, and I won't look at it until it's been corrected. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me. I will email you all of these rules and instructions once I get all of your contact information from your CA. So again, my name is Ife, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't come in, but I hope that maybe sometime during the semester I'll get to meet some of you guys. So anyways, have a really great semester, and I look forward to receiving your first assignment. Bye!